So our next topic is VLOOKUP function. Let's open the file. First, what is the function of VLOOKUP? In the previous lesson, we watched that when we have two conditions, we need to use one if functions. If there are three conditions, we need to use two if functions. So likewise, if we had 100 conditions, we needed to use 99 if functions, but that is not efficient. We cannot write too many if functions in one formula, so that's why there is a efficient way to do this and to cover all the conditions. Like if we have more than one function, one conditions, we can use the VLOOKUP functions to cover all of this. Like here, in these conditions, we get different kinds of absence day, and the person who take less absent day will get more bonus. So if someone get 0 absent days, he will get 50% bonus. If he get 1 absent days, he will get 40% bonus. If we try to do it in if functions, so we get here 11 conditions. Here 11 conditions, we would need to write 10 if functions, but we can do it only with one VLOOKUP functions. So let's do it. Before that, what does VLOOKUP means? VLOOKUP means vertical lookup. So vertically, this function will looks the conditions vertically. So like for these conditions, this will be the result. For these conditions to be true, this will be the result, and likewise it will go vertically. So let's write the VLOOKUP functions. Likewise, for like every time, we will start the function with equal and we will write VL. So VLOOKUP functions is here. So you can see that what kinds of things is needed for writing a VLOOKUP functions. First, we need to input a VLOOKUP value. Then we need to put a table array, then a column index number, and then a range lookup. So lookup value, like this one should be the lookup value. So the function will first look what is the absence day. So absence day is given here, so the functions will first look this, and this function will first look the absent days here, and it will compare it with this table. For writing a VLOOKUP functions, we must put these conditions into a table. So next, we need to put the table array. So after looking the value, the functions will look to this table. So we need to select the table, and the table will be same for all this cell. So we need to lock this table up with F4 functions. F4 button, look it up. Now comma separator and column index number. So first, then it will always it will match the value with the first column. So the absence day is 6. These lookup functions will look for the first column, what will be the match 6, and then it will return the result from the second column. So the 2 will be the column index number 2. So I think you are understanding that first this function look up the values, then it will look at the table, then it will match the values with the first column, and then it will return the result from the column we specified, and in this case this column is number 2, so we give the column index number 2 and then separate. Now there is option for giving true equal to approximate match and false equal to exact match. So we will look it differently. First we look at how false or exact match work. So exact match means when it is 0 it obviously gives 50%, when it is 1 it obviously gets 40%, 2 it is obviously gets 30%. It will exactly match these values. If there was a number 2.5, it cannot give any value because 2.5 is not here. The value should be approximate. The value is exactly matched with this absent days for being for this function for false. So let's work it with false first and press enter. So we get it for 6 absent days. We will get 4% of bonus. Let's copy this. So now you can see that for 8 absent days we get 2% bonus. So 2% is here. 6 absent days 4%, 6 4%. So likewise this. But now you can see here it is a problem. How many there is a 13 absent days, but we didn't get any result. Why? Because in this column there is not 13. So we put false, that means exact match in our formula, and the VLOOKUP function couldn't match 13 with this from this column, so it returns NA. So if we had given true, then this lookup functions will take 0% for anything more than 10. So let's do it with true. Bonus percentage is equal to VL, like previous time 6, the table it is locked, then comma, column index 2, comma, and now we will do it with approximate match. So whatever more than 10 will be the 0, so we get true. Sorry. Sorry, it should be percentage. So now if we copy down the column, then you can see that when it was 13, it is more than 10, it returns the result for this. So this is the work for approximate match. So when there is no values for this, the approximate match will find this value from the previous one. We will do it later for more. So what will be the salary plus bonus is equal to salary into 1 plus 4%. So this is the math from the previous this is the formula from the previous lessons. You can look at those. So this is done. Let's go to the second worksheet. So in this worksheet, now you can see that this table is given, but we cannot use this table because Excel's only understand the numerical value. But in this column we can see that from to, those are not numerical value, those are text value. Excel functions cannot understand these values, so we have to format this in a way so that Excel can understand. So now we can see, we can write it here, absent days for 0 0 up to, if I put here 6, this column will take 0 up to 5 and next column will take 6. So for 0 it is 50, for 6 up to 9, that means if I put here 10, this column will take up to 6 to 9, so it will be 40%. If I put here 16, this column will take up to 15. So now I can see that and again if I put here 21, this column will take this 16 to 20, and if I put here 27, this row will take 21 to 26 and 20, this column will take 27 and greater than that if I didn't put anything here. And for this percentage I can see that 50, 40, 30, the difference is always the same, the difference is always 10. So I can select both of them and copy down this, so it will automatically do it. You can see this logic from the first lesson. Okay, so now this table will be understood by the Excel and we can work with this. So what will the bonus percentage in 2004? Like this, we will use the VLOOKUP function and our lookup value is here 13. Our table array, this is our table which we need to work on, and it should be locked. Then our column comma, then our column index number is the second column, so 2, and obviously it is taking a range because 0 is here but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is not in this, is not written in the column, but the function, the VLOOKUP functions we are writing is should know that this column, this row will also take 0 to 5. So if we give true, if I put true, then it will take it will consider this row for 0 to 5. If we take false, the Excel will consider it only for 0. So obviously we need to put true, that means approximate match, and we get our result. Yeah, so bonus in 2025. So let's consider that the bonus percentage is increased by 5% in the next year. So we can write it like this, equal to 50 plus 5. Sorry, 5% means 5%. So let's write it for the 2025 like previously, equal to lookup value comma table index locked. Now we have to take column index number. Now we like to we like that the function should see this column, so it will be column 3 comma, obviously it is true, what that means approximate match, and the total amount in 2025 is equal to salary, so that is the salary into 1 plus percentage, so that is the total amount. So let's do it for the VLOOKUP 3. Is, so there is date of birth is given, so we would like to calculate the age from it. I also showed it in the previous lesson. For writing the for calculating the age, we need to use the dated if function. this is an special function of Excel, so I write it da dated if. So dated if, then we put our value, comma, we want to calculate what is date today, so we write today, and we close the bracket, and we want the format to be year, so we put y in double quotation. So this is the is. Now the bonus will be the based on the age, so you can see that it is also not, this column is not understandable for the Excel, so we will write it for Excel. If I put here 0 and put here 20, Excel will take this row for 0 to 19, and this will be 20, and I put it 30, so then row Excel will take it for 0 to 30. So now I can see that the difference is always 10, 20, 30, then it should be 40, 50, 60. So I select it and copy it, and then bonus percent, it is also the difference is 10, so I only write 2 row, and I select it, then copy down it will automatically be done. So I write the VLOOKUP functions is equal to VL lookup value, the age, then this should be our table index, and it should be locked, and comma, our column index number is obviously 2, comma, and obviously approximate for the similarity zone true. So enter. So we got our result. Then we can see there the conditions are given here horizontally, not vertically. So we need to use here HLOOKUP function, that means horizontal lookup. It is similar as the VLOOKUP, only when that conditions is given horizontally, we use horizontal lookup functions. So I write here, instead of VL I write HLOOKUP, and the same logic is lookup value is the absent dash, comma, table array is obviously same, this is our table here, and we must lock it, comma, then row index number. So before it was column index number, now we are calculating it based on the row, so 2, this is the row, comma, obviously if it would be approximate match, that means true. Copy it, so the bonus amount should be is equal to 30% of the salary, 30%. So it is done. Let's do the 4. So commission rate, so now you can see here it is given as a picture, not a table, not a Excel table. So Excel cannot read from here. Excel cannot read this table because it is a picture. So we need to transfer this data from here to this table first. So I can see that first is 0, second is 50,000, the third is 100,000, and now I can see that from here every in every row it is different, the difference is 50,000. So I can select both of them and copy down it, and for the commission rate it's 0, then 3%, then 5%, then I can see that the difference is 2, always 2. 3 5 7 9, that is difference is always 2. So I can select these 2 and copy it. Be careful here, from 0 to 3 difference is 3, so we cannot select these 2 and copy down it, because then it would be 0 3 6 like this. If we copy these 2, then it will be like this, and this is not the exact number. So we must obviously see when the difference is constant, we only select those 2 both and then copy them down. So let's write the lookup functions is equal to PL. It is like comma, the table is selected, table is locked, comma, the 2 is index number, comma, and lookup is approximate match, close. Yeah, it is done. So the provision should be the 11% of this turnover, so equal to turnover into commission rate, enter. So it is done. So this is about VLOOKUP functions. Thank you all.